percentage. Third, we generally don't talk, it is not ethical or it is not good to talk about the sex, religion and politics. Please avoid such type of discussion in today's meeting. And the fourth one is, when a speaker is delivering his or her speech, please don't move out, in and out of the room, and also during the applause time. You can move during the applause time in and out of the room, but not when the speaker is delivering his or her speech. These are the 4 ground rules that we have to keep in our minds to make our today's meeting smooth and respectful as well. Now I would request you to all please stand up and make your right hand forward for the Toastmasters mission, this club's mission. Repeat after me. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and learning experience which empowers all the members as well as guests to develop their leadership skills as well as communication skills which in turn fosters them to achieve self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you.
Thank you.
With this I announce this meeting to be open, and now I would like to call on the stage our presiding officers, a person who is architect by profession, very inspiring, very motivating, very helping and very understanding as well. Please welcome Dipanshu Jindal.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you, Neelam, for the wonderful introduction. Welcome to all our guests, new members joining us today. Welcome to all our regular members. Welcome back. I was reading about census done in a US company with around 1,000 employees. And they did a census what was the New Year resolution of all their employees. So almost over 50% of them chose communication in one form or another as their New Year resolution. They want to get better at interpersonal communication, public speaking, etc. After 15 days, which is 15 January, they did the census again. And they found out that almost less than 50% have actually read a book about communication, have given a speech, or have actually tried to talk with a stranger. And here we are. It's the third Sunday of a new year, and we are almost every Sunday here practicing 2 hours of communication. That really shows that we are walking the talk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we have a very round of applause for ourselves? With this, as the president, I have just 2 announcements. First, we have 4 new members joining us today: Toastmaster Harshit, Toastmaster Muskan, Toastmaster Sumit, and Toastmaster Dhruv. Are you guys here? Can you raise your hands? Yes. Can we have a round of applause? Second, ISC contest is about to happen, most probably on the 2nd week of February, or at most the 3rd week of February. So if you are someone who have completed the level 1 and is on the process of completing the level 2, please do so at earliest. Reach out to me, Rahul, or any other EC members. We'll try to get you speech slots in different clubs so that you can complete it as soon as possible. And to all the members who have already completed it, please start practicing your speeches. It takes a lot of time to create a ISC worthy speech. Take feedback from all the different members, reach out to everyone, reach out to experienced members like Banu, Ganesh, and start crafting your speech, practicing it, honing it. With this, I'll move on to a guest. Once again, welcome. I'll come to you one by one. Please rise up and stand on rise up from your seat and just share what brings you to our club, something about you, and what are your expectations with our club. Okay, sir, would you like to go?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Dipanshu. My name is Mandeep, and I work for analytics team here, and I belong to Kathal, Haryana. My resolution was, like Dipanshu mentioned, the people have resolutions. So my resolution was, before coming to 2025, I want to enhance my communication skills, as well as I want to get back from this fear of stage. Right? So I was exploring internet and then I found this Toastmasters and I just came here. Let's see next. I'm excited to try the next.
Yes, sir. Yes. Actually, you already tried. Sorry. Any more guests we have today? Yes, sir, please.
Hi. So I have been a guest in the previous session, not in the last session.
Okay.
So again, the same story. I found Toastmasters Club on website, and then I realized I should join. And I've been in Gurgaon for a long time, but then I didn't know about it. So last to last session I was here as a guest. Today also I'm attending as a guest. Hopefully, we'll have something to speak maybe.
Sure. Thank you very much for joining. Do you have any more guests, sir?
Yeah, I am not new there. I have been here for last 2 classes, and today I will be joining.
Sure. Thank you much. With this, we'll begin with our meeting. As you all can see, after a long time, we have a full packed meeting. So over 16 role players. We have a very exciting theme: unleash fun, how to break monotony at home. I was talking about my father that today I'll come, learning something for the family and will teach you guys. So today, for conducting our today's meeting, we have someone as the role of Toastmaster of the day who conducts the meeting, is the beat weaver of the meeting, connects different parts and presents their theme. He is someone who is a very experienced Toastmaster, an entrepreneur with over 25 years of experience, expert in neuroscience, a father of a daughter, a family man, someone with a lot of experience both in family and in professional world, and he's going to speak on the theme how to break monotony at home and how to unleash fun. Ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, please welcome Toastmaster Rajiv.
So guys, good morning.
Good morning.
So pardon my throat, I've got COVID in the modern terminology, which means I have flu. So possibly in between, I will not be very, possibly very fluent. There will be a bit of throat itches here and there. So going back to the theme, we will talk about the topic for the day today. But before that, especially for the people who are new, who are not aware of the concept of Toastmaster and how the meetings happen. So we divide the meetings into 3 structures. The first is what we call as the prepared speeches. So prepared speeches, as you can see, we have got 3 speakers today. So they will come on the stage, they will speak on a topic, or they will give a speech. And post that, we have session number 2, which is all about table topics. So table topics is very impromptu way of saying things. So any of you can volunteer, you can come on the stage. A topic will be given to you, and you have to speak on that for a minute to 2 minutes. So there's a timer who's noticing how much time you're taking. It's a very fun thing to do. A lot of people, they get very scared when they come on the stage to do impromptus, but that's what the fun is, right? If you do everything in a very prepared way, then life becomes monotonous. And that's also is the topic for today, which is how to break that monotony. And the third part, which I think is the most important part, right? Evaluation of feedback. Nothing in life can be improved without getting a feedback. So that's where the third part comes in, where every role player gets a feedback, prepared speeches get the feedback. Now, why it is important to get the feedback? So that you know how you can improve yourself. It's not about people judging you. Don't get it that way. Sometimes people get defensive. Why you're giving that feedback or this feedback. But it's all about getting that feedback on a continuous basis so that you know how you can improve yourself. So that's how the meeting is being conducted. There is a form. If you can circulate this form to everybody, Dipanshu, can we also give the feedback form to the guest?
Yeah.
So there's a feedback form. So for every role player, I expect you guys to give the feedback. Be very candid about it. Of course, the guest can also give the feedback. I think this feedback is important so that the people who are giving you feedback, apart from that, entire audience is giving you the feedback. So that's what the entire feedback is all about. But before we move on further and talk about the topic, I just want to introduce the grammarian for today, Pooja. G. So G will do that job. Yeah, fine. So I think so. The word of the day today is grateful. Grateful is a very simple word to use. So please use this. I expect all of you to use this in your speeches or in your own delivery table topic if you can. Grateful basically means that you are thankful for something. Like today, I'm grateful to Toastmaster. Then I've got to start as a TMOD. So whenever we do grateful or somebody is saying grateful, please put the thumbs up. So that's to acknowledge the person who's using the word of the day today. Now before we move further, there's something which we do very regularly is to have something called as a Jokemaster of the day. The idea is to break again the seriousness of the meeting, right? Normally the meetings happen in a very serious manner. That's the meetings has always been conducted, so it will be more professional. So for the Jokemaster of the day, I will request Tanmoy to come on the stage. Tanmoy is an MS from Indian Institute of Science, Gurgaon. He loves reading and traveling. He likes reading a lot of books. He comes across as a very scholar kind of individual, somebody who is very learned in his life. So can I request Toastmaster Tanmoy to come and share with us?
Good morning. Good morning. How many of you attended last week's session? Can you please raise your hand? Oh, almost everyone. Context, punchline, context, pause, that's right. Context, pause, punchline. It was an amazing formula shared by Mr. Devinder, and it was an eye-opener for me. 20 years back, on a sunny winter afternoon, I was walking with a girl. There was a narrow gate we had to cross. And I told her, look, I think you'll be not able to pass through. That was the last conversation I had with her. Yes. Punchline without context can trigger a devastating event, I realized. But that is past. Let's move on. So here we are. A taxi driver and a preacher both die and arrive at Heaven's Gate. Saint Peter welcomes them, greets them, tells them, come, follow me, I'll show you your eternal hopes. He takes the taxi driver first and said, look the magnificent mansion with golden floors and a very nice crystal chandeliers. This will be your home. Looking at that, the preacher thinks and gets excited. If a taxi driver getting a mansion, I might be getting a palace. Then St. Peter takes him to a very small wooden shack. Definitely, he's very sad. He asks St. Peter, how come the preacher is getting a mansion and I'm getting a shack? St. Peter says, look, when you preached, people slept. When he dropped, everyone prayed. Thank you. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Tanmoy. So now, when we talk about the feedback, I think the entire G team and the tactics plays a very important role. Now, I think this role to me is a very important role in the entire setup of the things. Sometimes we don't give the importance of G role as much as this should be given according to me. Because the entire G role is all about evaluating the team, right? Evaluating how the conduct has happened. Now, I want to welcome Toastmaster Ganesh to come on the stage, explain the role to us.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How many guests do we have today? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So my next 5 minutes, me and my team are dedicated just for you. Do you know why? Because whatever we are going to tell now, all others largely know. Yeah. So it is for your benefit so that you understand how we conduct the entire show. So my role, in your school time, how many of you have been monitor, class monitor? What is the role of a class monitor?
To keep everyone in line.
To do the announcements
Okay.
and to late.
Okay. So more or less this is the role I am going to do today. And I am not alone here. I have got two important teams with me. One team is called tag team. Another team is called evaluator team. And how many new members? Do you know the meaning of tag? What tag stands for?
Timer, upcoming grammarian.
Perfect. Timer, counter, and grammarian. So let me invite today's timer, Toastmaster Monita. Can you please read out the objective of your role? Please come here.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, I'm Monita. As a timer, today I'll note that how much time you left on your speeches. I'll show some cards. Like green, yellow, or red. Well, if it's green, then you are qualified. If it's yellow, then it's the targeted time. Or if it's red, then you need to close your speeches within 30 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you. Now let me invite today's counter, TM Ripul. TM Ripul.
Good morning, Toastmaster and guests. So I am grateful to be again here on the stage. So the purpose of the R counter is to note the word or sound that are used as a crutch or pause filler. During the meeting, I will listen for the overused word including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for the filler sound like and and I will also note down when a participant repeats a word or phrases like you know. And after the meeting and during the evaluation part, I will report the number of times each participant would use this expression. Thank you.
Thank you. It's time for our Grammarian TM Pooja.
Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, good morning. Today, as a grammarian, my goal is to pay close attention usage of the language during the meeting, as well as I will listen to all words, all good use of the good use of language, and as well as incorrect usage of the language during the meeting. Also, it is also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. So, word of the day is grateful, and meaning is showing thanks, and it's synonym thankful, appreciate. Or sentence is I am grateful to you for all your help. And after the end of the meeting, I will share my report. Thank you.
I am grateful for my tag team for introducing their role. Apart from this, I said I have got another team that is called evaluation team, and I have got very 3 experienced evaluators today, and those will be coming when we proceed in the session. With that, let me invite our TMOD Toastmaster Rajiv back to the stage.
Thank you. So before we get into the speeches, let's talk about the topic of the day today, which is how do you break monotony at home with your friends. So I think I'll take you through my life journey of how my life has been. Tell me if you think that you can relate with that life. We got born, can you relate with that? Of course, you all. Is there anybody who can't relate to it? So of course, as kids, we grow up, we play with our friends, then we go to college. Can you all relate with all of this?
Yes.
Yeah. Then we are studying, then we get a job, or we hunt for a job. Can relate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Post that, we're trying to rise up the ladder. Okay, trying to rise up faster. More increment, more bonuses, more money, more iPhones, more gadgets. Can relate?
Yes.
Yeah. Then we get married at least once. So I can relate to this.
Not necessary for everyone.
Not necessarily. Yeah. Yes. So some people might not be able to relate with it. Yeah, I'm sure Dipanshu can't relate. At least officially we can't. Unofficially, I can. So yeah, so that's the life very in general, right? Then we have kids. Not everybody, but some of us. Some of us can have while they're getting married. Some of us can have without getting married. That's not the issue. Now then comes responsibilities, right? You're nearing your 30s, 40s, late 40s, early 50s. People like me, very near to 50s, can relate with so much of bombardment, requests, this, that, employees, bosses. Now what happens with all of this comes stress, comes pressure. Can relate some of you? Yeah? Now with what happens with that pressure? This individual who is there inside us slowly starts dying because of so much stress that we take in our life, right? Very life in general, with people who are at my age, they all can relate with it. That suddenly there's a materialistic world, fulfillment with the kids, surrounded by families, and life sometimes becomes a weekend drinking with friends, or at times going for movies with the family, but you're always surrounded. But the kid which was there inside you, when you were very young, starts dying, right? The kid who was fearless, the kid who used to just love and laugh. That laughter suddenly goes down, and that laughter becomes Friday evening laughter, weekend laughter. But how about that weekday laughter? We start missing that kid, right? Correct? So, I was living that life. And what I started realizing while my kid was growing up, she is now 14. 3-4 years back, when I looked at myself, I said, you know, what kind of individual I have become? My kid is on the phone, and now everybody has an iPhone. Or who doesn't have a phone here? Right? So some of us are typing or messaging while we are there in the Toastmaster, right? Now the point is, you know, it has become part of our life. Yes. I came home watching TV, my kid is somewhere, my daughter is somewhere, my wife is somewhere. Can you relate with all of that? Right? Now my wife is somewhere on the Instagram. So what happens that is you're sitting in a home, you're sitting with your friends, but you're connected digitally with somebody else. Or mentally you're connecting digitally with somebody else. Might be a TV series, might be somebody else. Right? So ultimately a digital life has created isolations to a large extent. We are physically there, but we are mentally somewhere else. So what happened to that kid? That kid is getting isolated. Remember those days? I don't know how many of us are you in the late 40s where there was no phone. Did you live that era? Where there was no phones? Yes. How was the life for you?
Beautiful.
Great. Beautiful? What did you do in that life which was so different to today's life?
Yeah. So, yeah, I played, I talked to my friends, like physical meetings.
Right.
No virtual meeting.
Right.
Very, very focused.
Very focused?
Yeah, whatever you're doing, you're completely focused to it.
Absolutely.
Spend more time with family and friends.
And what games did you
physical
play?
activities.
What all games did you play?
Marbles, chess,
yeah,
cricket,
volleyball,
Coco.
Gulli Danda?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, where have all those games just disappeared because of the digital world that we started living in?
Yes.
So I started questioning myself, what kind of life I'm living? Is this life worthy enough to live? You have all the money, you're getting more materialistic, you get more things, you've got iPhones, you've got laptops, you've got gadgets, but are you slowly killing that enjoyment of life? Right? So I thought that, okay, I want to break away that monotony. That's my beautiful family. Okay? So what I did, I kept one more phone. 4 years back, I used one more phone, I got one more number. Nobody knows that number. Only my family knows it, my parents didn't know it. Okay? So that number is not because I want to have one more girlfriend in my life. So the only person who has that number is my wife, my kid, my parents. Nobody else has it. And I carry that on the weekends. So then me and my wife, that's my wife's daughter, that's my beautiful dog. So we got a dog 3 years back. So we thought, okay, we want to live every day after our working hours as if the life is there for fun. You don't know whether you will wake up tomorrow, right? But let's not have that kid die inside us. The kid who has to have that joy. the kid who is not digitally associated. So what we did, we designed some 30 games that I play with my friends, I play with my family, I play with my kid. So I'm going to play some of those games. I got candies, but I forgot them. I thought with every answer I'll give you candy, but I'll do that in the next meeting. So we are all movie buffs. Okay, so I want to play some of those games. I can't play 30 games today. I've not got enough time, and the time is already showing me the green card. I'm ignoring it.
We need to have a full session for that.
Yes, but I'm trying to speed up so that I don't cross the red zone, and I still don't get disqualified. Okay, so let's begin the part 1. So I'm going to give you a movie. I'm going to show some games. Let's quickly move it. You want all those 30 games that we have designed? Please reach out to me. I can give that to you. But the one promise that I need: when you go home with your friends and family, throw this phone away. Right? Check it only after 3 hours. That's the promise you have to give to me. This is a promise I did to myself. So let's start with the game. I'm going to give you $1. Tell me the name of the movie. कितने आदमी तारे देखिए शोले मुकाम खुश हुआ बाबू मोशाय जिंदगी बसंती पुष्पा हेट तेजस अमर प्रेम फैंटास्टिक तारीख बड़े देशों में छोटी-छोटी चीजें होती हैं. So this is one of the things that you can do with your family, with your friends. Create a list, have fun with them. So fun should not be all about eating. क्या मैं 3 पैक पी लिया? Like the life, I don't drink, right? Life has to be so much fun. You don't need a drink to have fun, right? You should be high in life without having those drinks around with you. Second one, let's continue the fun. Game number 2. Tell me the name, leading character of this movie. War. Hrithik Roshan.
And
Tiger Shroff. The Bum. Salman Khan. Ghayal.
Sunny.
Lagan. Anand.
Rajesh Khanna.
Rais. Lunchbox.
Irfan.
Ranveer Singh. Okay. So game number 3. I already got the red card. I need to finish it off fast. I'm going to sing a song. Okay, I'm not a great singer on top of the throat infection, so don't kill me for my cacophony. Okay, so tell me the name of the movie when I just sing this song. Aate jaate प्यार हुआ इकरार हुआ
Shri 420.
कभी कभी एक दो तीन पहला नशा तुझे देखा तो जाना सना. So what we did, me and my wife, we sat down, we designed these 30 games. When we meet friends, we play these games. We rotate them. When we sit with the family, we play these games together. We watch movies together. It has to be all hilarious, not crime-related movies. Watch the Daljit movies, right? They're fun. So when we sit in the evening, we watch those movies together. We got a projector, throw the phones away. Try to get more fun inside your life. It can be games, right? It can be physical games. It can be movie games. It can be anything else. But it doesn't have to be the phone.
How does your kid connect to these old movies?
Sorry?
How does your kid connect?
I'm just showing some games that we've designed, right? Because I knew that a lot of people are also from my age group, so I chose the games like that. She can't connect with those old movies or songs, then we have to move to her genre of movies and songs.
Yeah. Well, that's what we watch, kids don't watch.
Yeah, so you have to just adapt to the latest movies that people would have watched. Yeah.
You know, there's a paradox. That's why I raised my hand. To answer, you need to digitally connect and watch movies.
No, you don't need to always digital. Oh, you have to digital connect and watch movies.
Yeah, to answer it.
See, I'm not saying that we will be completely digitally detoxed. What I'm trying to say, when you're with your friends and family, try to be as digitally detoxed as you can. Go back to the life that we lived. Try to get back to that life, because that life will take you away from the phones. So if I tell you not keep your phone away for a day, can you do that? No. I went to a retreat. I'll talk about that at some point of time. It was a 7-day retreat where the phone was not allowed. So for 7 days I just could not. Yeah. So for 7 days, of course I could speak, it's slightly different when there are some that you can't speak. But for that 7 day, if my family had to reach out, they had to call on a landline, or I have to call them. Right? So that really taught me the value of living without the gadgets, and can I really live without the gadgets. So I think we have to continue with the meeting now. So thank you for your patient listening. So let's go to the prepared speeches. Thank you. So today I'm going to invite speaker first, KAVERI. You're the first speaker? Yeah, I got it right? Yes. So KAVERI is, please can you come on the stage? And Muskan, you have to introduce her topic. Please come on the stage.
Alright everyone, so first of all, congratulations KAVERI for the very stage of your speaking process. So she'll be moving ahead with her pathways presentation mastery. It will be her level 1 speech. The objective is writing a speech with a purpose. So essentially you should have a focus in your speech. It will be well organized, well delivered, I'm sure of that. And it can be any style she chooses, whether informational, humorous, etc. The title of the story is The Story of My Trip to Amritsar. Tanmoy, please note it's a 5 to 7 minute speech, so the cards will be shown at 5, 6 and 7 minutes. Yeah, TM KAVERI, The Story of My Trip to Amritsar, The Story of My Trip to Amritsar, TM KAVERI. Good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Before sharing my story today, I want to ask you one question. How many of you visit Evaluator? Good. Now you can relate to my story easily. So, for those who don't know me, I'm kind of person. Hi everyone, I'm KAVERI Sharma, and I'm kind of person who doesn't like crowded places. I always prefer to visit very quiet, full of greenery kind of places with my favorite kind of people. I don't surround myself with crowded area. I don't feel it. But anyway, in 2023, 6th of August, I was reading book, sitting in my room, and my sister came into my room and she asked me, hey, why haven't you planned anything for tomorrow? Because tomorrow was my birthday and I was very different phase at that time. Quite depressing thing. Depressing phase. So I said that, I replied that I don't feel like to celebrate. I just stay home with all of you. And she said, I booked ticket to Amritsar for all of us. I was quite happy because 2019 I really wanted to go to Amritsar and visit Golden Temple, but I couldn't make it because 2019 and 2020 and then lockdown happened. So I couldn't make it because some work and some family issues and some private personal issues. Then this time it happens just like that. So I feel grateful for that. And then that time I was so passionately actually wanted to go there, and I saw my friends were going there, my relatives were going there, even when I was scrolling Instagram, people were going there, but I couldn't make it myself. So I let it go completely. Then this time is happening, so I was packing because in the morning, 4 AM, we have to leave. So my friend called me, Neha, her name is Neha, and she asked me, hey babe, what's your plan for tomorrow? So I told her that I'm going to Amritsar. So she was passionately saying that you must visit to Wagah border. I said, you know, I'm not like that kind of person. I'm not going there. I just visit Golden Temple and then go to shopping and then come back. Then she was actually forcing me to go there, but I just hang up the call. Then within 10 minutes, my other friend called me. She asked me same question. I replied the same thing. And in between, my dad came into my room and he was saying that we must visit to Wagah border if we are going to Amritsar. I was like, okay. Then first we reached at hotel and we first headed the Wagah border. It was so crowded. in the beginning, I was thinking where I am. It's so like suffocating. I was feeling so suffocating over there. But then ceremony has begun, and I'm realizing I'm liking that, because then soldiers actually were doing battle calls, then dancing, marching so passionately, doing even all crowded were so like we were joining them over there, and that atmosphere, the vibe was so different at that time, and I didn't realize that I be okay. I was okay. I mean, this is good. And then around 10, we visit Golden Temple, and it was so peaceful moment for me. That that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I think I must say that we have to give a round of applause again to her. I'll tell you why. This is for the guest also to learn. When I met her 4 months back you joined. So at that time, when she came to the stage, even after within a minute, she will take 5 pauses, deep breaths, right? Now to see her to go from where she was 4 months back to where she is right now, I think it takes a tremendous amount of effort to come there. I think people who feel shy, who feel nervous, who feel anxious, it's okay to feel anxious. Right? I have been on this stage more than 500 times in my life, but every time I come on the stage, I feel butterflies. Because some people are born with that, right? It takes courage to overcome these things, and there's no magic word for it, but I think I have to just practice it. And she's an example of how she's overcoming that fear, that nervousness. Today she could speak for 4, 5 minutes, 5, 6 minutes, but it was a tremendous effort. And I think that's what Toastmaster does to you, Mandeep. So we were talking about chatting about it. So let's move on with this thought. Take a minute to give the feedback for KAVERI. Oh yeah. So there is a feedback form that is there, which is online. So if you don't have a feedback form, please let us know. You don't have it.
Members, please help them with the QR.
So now I want to invite speaker number 2, Kritika, Toastmaster Kritika. So she is a CA by profession. Last week I said something about CAs, so I don't take my words back because I meant it. She works with PwC. She likes running, watching TV, dancing. She can show us some moves today, but later on. So can I request Toastmaster Ankit to talk about the topic?
Hi everyone, my name is Ankit. Today I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Kritika. Her pathway is leadership development. She will be delivering 3rd project of level 2. The objective of her speech will be to explain different leadership styles and understanding her own leadership style. Her speech title is Finding Your Way. I wish best of luck to Toastmaster Kritika. Over to you.
Toastmaster Kritika, over to you. Thank you, all the best.
Leadership. What comes to your mind when you hear this word for once? Anything?
Selflessness.
Okay.
Inspired. Setting examples.
Setting examples.
Being calm and composed. Being calm and composed.
Empowering others.
Empowering others. Right. And with all of these, we relate to leaders at our age group, right? We are leaders at our profession where we work, we are leaders at Toastmasters, we are leaders at places where when after achieving a certain age, we believe that. But what if I tell you that we are leaders from our childhood, and what kind of leaders we emerge when we grow up in our professional setup? Obviously we improve in those, but what stems is from the childhood, what grooming we have got in our childhood. We just discussed how many of us have been monitors in our classes. You were acting as a leader when you were the monitor, and not just writing names of talkative people on the blackboard, right? So that was the first time you were acting as a leader. You might be acting as a leader when you were planning an event in your college. You might be acting as a leader when you are planning a trek for your group, unless you plan like one Toastmaster Rahul did and you are dismissed. So, my dear friends, leadership is not a position. It's an example which you show at different places and at different times in your life. And Toastmasters helps us in doing that. Year 2020-22, I rejoined my articleship, which is a CA training, after my CA final examination. And my principal told me that, Kritika, now as you are moving forward, you should know how to lead. And for that, I have already given your name for a new corporate Toastmasters club. And boom, I didn't know anything about Toastmasters. I was not told anything, and I was already enrolled as a grammarian for the first meeting. But finding grammatical mistakes in when others speak was my hobby that time. So I was good at it, and I managed. From that time, in 2022 to now, being a Toastmaster and after starting my professional journey as well, I have met different kinds of leaders. And I would discuss 3 different types majorly today. The first kind of leader whom I met was a very authoritarian leader. Okay? She would just have lots of demands. She would herself work like a robot and tell us, do as I do it. Okay? And you would love her confidence, her stature, the strength she would portray by managing everything. That all these things would allure you. But at the end, you are not a donkey who would just work after a stick, right? The second amazing kind of leader who I really got inspired from was someone who used affirmative and coaching kind of leadership styles. Okay? I had moved from an authoritarian leader to this kind of leader, and it was difficult for me because this kind of leader would never tell you what to do or how to do it. They will not spoon feed you. And I found it difficult because I was always told, do this and do that. I would always go to him and ask, please tell me how to do it. And he would just suggest. He would say me that you can think of doing like this. You can talk to these people. You can try this way. At the outset first, I found it difficult. But over the period of time, I learned this is the best kind of leadership style where you are helping others put their own ideas first. Right? And he would always create a supportive environment where, yes, you would have strict timelines, obviously, but if something goes wrong, he would also guide you, right? This kind of leadership, when I saw over the period of time, I always get inspired and I always think I want to be this kind of leader, right? The third kind of leader, which I feel I might never be, I should assume somewhere later I can be, was someone whom I met, and many of you would know him, some of you maybe. I met the CEO of Toastmasters at the last district event ovation, Mr. Daniel Rex. And he was someone, he's the CEO of such a big international organization. But at that place, for the 2 days event, he would talk to everyone, he would just answer each and every person's question, he would click pictures with everyone, and at the end of the 2 days, he would remember most of people's name, which I just feel I can never do in my life. but that's the kind of leader who puts people first. And that's the servant leadership which Toastmasters also teaches us. At Toastmasters, same Toastmaster Dipanshu is the president right now, and the entire EC team. That's the servant leadership which they are doing right now. Right? So, among all these three and many and other kinds of leadership styles which maybe you have encountered, have you ever thought that yes, I want to be that kind of leader? Anyone? You get inspired from something. But unfortunately, we all are from different backgrounds, right? And we cannot be a specific kind of leader at every place. So, when I was thinking about finding my own leadership style, what do I do? And how can we improve it is something that yes, get inspired from people, have people whom you look up to as a leader, but at the end think that what do you want? What do you value the most in other people, right? And what things you like in your leader or maybe your manager, and what things you don't like. What things you don't like, people also will not like, right, in you. So, finding a leadership style would not be a single questionnaire that yes, you fill these questionnaire, you will get that this kind of leadership style is what you have. Each and every one of us have different kinds of leadership styles. Each and every one of us are groomed in a different manner in our childhood. Each and every one of us come from very different backgrounds. So each and everyone's leadership style would be different, and nothing is right. And at Toastmasters also, it's not a straight line that you are a good leader and you are moving here to become a great leader. No, you all are moving in different directions, and somewhere you will find your way to the great. That's all.
I think what a nice representation. While you were narrating, I was thinking about myself being a very authoritative leader, over time turning into servant leadership. I had a privilege of attending a guy, his name is Simon Sinek. Have you heard his name?
Yes.
Yeah. So I listened to him live in US in one of the conferences, and then I started reading his books. So you should read a book called, a lot of leaders who are there, everybody should read this book called Leaders Eat Last. It's called Leaders Eat Last. It's a fantastic book on leadership, how you can be more selfless.
Leaders eat last.
Leaders Eat Last. Okay, so it's and listen to his speeches. He talks about awesome leadership style, which I think is really missing in the corporate because everybody is focusing on profits. Being human becomes very important. So having said that, let's take a minute to give a feedback to Kritika. Be very candid in your feedback, please. If you don't have, again, the form, please scan the QR code. So let's move to our third speaker, the Toastmaster Amita. Welcome to the stage. I think you're possibly the last minute edition, so I could not find many details about you to add in, but please do your introduction. And Toastmaster Ashish. After she does the introduction, please talk about the topic. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone, and especially Dipanshu for giving me this chance to come on the stage and do this last minute speech. So, what you are seeking.
Sorry, can just pause a bit. Ashish, you have to talk about the topic.
Good morning, everyone. So, Amita, I think you are delivering your second speech.
No, it's fourth.
sorry, fourth speech. So,
Same.
okay. So the objective of the speech for the speaker is to demonstrate improvement based on the feedbacks he has received from all the previous speeches. So especially what he has to do, what he has to show is that how she can take the feedback and apply in her speeches to improve her speaking abilities. So that's the objective of the speaker. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
All the best.
Sorry, so you asked me to introduce myself and I was doing something else. Hello friends, I am Amita. I am a psychologist and life coach, and this is my fourth speech, and my topic of the and the title of the speech is Seeker Amita. Okay, so what you are seeking is also seeking you. It's a great book by Brian Tracy, and when I read this book, I just resonate with this so much. Why? Because I started my journey as a life coach. It was like something which I was meant for. And now I am discovering about it when I am just connecting all the dots. Then I am discovering about it how from initially, like in my initial years, when I got introduced to psychology subject, I was in 12th class. And in that time, this subject connected me so much. It was so instant connection with the subject that at that time I thought that this is something I want to do for my lifetime. And I did my master's in psychology as well. But being a daughter from a conservative family, they just said to me that you have to get married. So I could not do anything at that time. I could not pursue my passion at that time. But this thought, this bug was inside me that I will do something in this area at any point of my life. Maybe 10 years, maybe 50, after 15 years, whenever I will feel like that this is the right time, I will pursue it. And exactly that is how I did after 15 years, when I thought that everything is okay and I should do something for myself since my kids are big enough to take care of themselves. I started my journey again. And when I started it, first I enrolled for another course to skill myself for it. And when I did that course and I was going through it, I somehow got scared. I thought this is something, I think it's a gap of so many years and now I can't do it. And I just dropped the idea that I have to become a psychologist or a counselor. But as it says, what is meant for you, it comes to you, right? I just dropped that idea and I just started looking for other career options for myself. And my husband, like, he is supportive. So I asked him, I want to do something. He said, why not? You should, whatever you feel like. So I was looking for various career options, maybe cafe, maybe organic farming, and like it was something like I just wanted to do this organic farming. But somehow when I was researching about those all things, when I was like really studying then how to go about it, it did not connect with me. I didn't feel like that this is something I want to do. And then again I just dropped the idea. And after that I was participating in a program, and my co-participant, I shared this confusion with him that right now I'm just looking for something myself but nothing is connecting to me. So he said, why don't you become life coach? I just laughed at him. How could you think that I can become a life coach? I can't even raise my hand in in a group of people and share my opinion about anything. I am such a timid girl, and how can you think that I can become a life coach? But since he said, and that thought just got stuck in my head. And after that, I just started looking for this thing, that how can I become a life coach? And then I got to know about NLP, and I learned it, and rest is history. For me, then I am here right now, and I am practicing as a life coach. I am really grateful to God that again it has just, I just got what I was seeking. And I still remember one letter which I had given to my father when I was doing my graduation, that I want to become a, I would say, doctor for mad people. Sorry, at that time, just this thought came to me. So I wrote this thing, and he gave this letter to me after I became psychologist. He said, see, you have written this letter to me. So guys, that is how whatever is meant for you, what you are seeking, will definitely come back to you if you are open and if you are really connected to yourself. So, thank you everyone.
So what a beautiful line. What you're seeking is seeking you. So I think it's all about finding that internal thing that you're looking for, right? Because that's where the passion comes from, isn't it? Doing something which you're doing just for the sake of doing, because you just need to have money. Believe me, if you follow your passion, money will anyways come to you.
And can I add something?
Yes,
I want to
please,
thank her for one thing. The mental illness is right now, after COVID, is a big issue. And the fact that she had volunteered, or maybe she had taken a career which is a passion where she wants to treat that illness, I think it's great. I think we should she deserves a round of applause. It's a very, very less talked about subject. And people suffer and all that happens, and somebody coming out and helping all these people is a great idea.
Absolutely, it is. So can we have a minute of silence for the feedback? Okay, so let's get to a very exciting section, which is table topics. I'm sure a lot of us look forward to this, that how we can perform on the stage in a proper manner. So can I invite Toastmaster Gaurav to come to the stage and talk about this? So Gaurav loves counting money. He's a finance professional. He likes collecting but doesn't like giving. Just kidding. He likes running, working out, traveling, and reading. So over to you. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll be the table topic master today. And as you know, table topics, you are just required to pick a random topic which I'll give you, and then speak about it about two and a half minutes. So how we will do it is I'll ask volunteers between guests and the members, and you have to come over the stage, and then we can. I'll just give you the topic and you have to speak on it. So, any volunteers? So, Mayank, your topic is, suppose you are at home.
Suppose you are at home throughout the day with an 80-year-old without any gadgets and electricity. How will you help keep them entertained? What do you?
I was in class 12 when my grandfather died. But he was 90 plus when he died. And he used to stay in his room all day, do nothing. He used to just pray. And he used to meditate, like he used to sit, I'll show you how. He used to sit like this and like he used to bow down to the ground. And he was so calm, so patient. And he had, since he was 90 plus back in 2017, so he had seen the partition time. He was a big landowner in Pakistan, and since partition, he had to leave everything behind and come back to Sonipat, and that's how he started again building from scratch. So he had a good life experience, and even at the age, at such an age, he never used to take help for walking. He used to go into the park and walk for around 1 hour at the age of 90. So his journey is very inspiring for me, and even though he didn't talk much, but I have learned a lot from him.
Okay, who's this next volunteer, please? I'll go with the guest. Any guest? Please.
We can tell the rules for the guests. Speaking rules.
Speaking rules.
Time and timing.
So, from a speaking rule perspective, it stays the same, right?
Yeah.
So, did you get what I spoke about in the speaking rules? So you have to
I
speak.
have to speak 1 to 2 minutes for a topic.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes you have to speak.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So that's basically, and you have to be within the time. And you can take 5 to 10 seconds to think about the topic before you speak. Okay. What's your name?
Mandeep.
Okay. Yes, Mandeep. Your topic is, suppose you are an, okay, we have the picture I sent you.
Oh, I couldn't know.
Okay, so we'll move to another topic then. What was your favorite game at home while growing up with family or friends, and what are your memories of it?
Well, guys, my name is Mandeep, and I am coming on stage for speaking after around 6 to 7 years, and I have no experience of giving a speech since that time, so there will be a lot of mistakes. I am warning you. So the topic is, when I was kid and I had a good game to play, what was that, right? Many of us know about hide and seek, right? And many of us know about Shin-chan. Can you see Shin-chan?
Yes.
Yeah. They used to play hit can game, and when they will hit the can, there was one guy whose turn was there, and one of them from other will hit the can, and till then the guy who has the turn will pick up the can and put it back, and during that time rest all will be hide. Okay, they will hide, and then the person has to find out where are they, and they will just put their feet on the can, and then they say I spy, right? So we started playing that, and that memories I think was unforgettable, and I really missing those friends with whom I played that game. Uh, it was invented by us because we modified many things and merged like hide and seek plus hit and can, and we saw there, and that was amazing experience. I think we can relate it to building something in our life, even you are a uh, very less experienced. Thanks.
Speak to you more about that game later on.
Yeah.
Okay, next.
I'm Ankit.
Toastmaster, right?
No,
Guest.
I'm guest.
Okay, so you know the rules?
Yeah, I know.
So your topic is, okay. If you would like to introduce a kid growing up now to a thing that that the kids used to do in the 90s, what would that be?
Okay. So I have kids. I have one 12 years old and one 8 years old. So I try to bring them up with an environment where I can associate them with what has been my child when I was a child. So I tell them how to focus on not a digital media, rather be more focused on the games which we used to play. So I play Ludo with them, I play cards with them, I taught them how to play cards, even poker I told them how recently it has been, that is what I told them to learn. I don't ask them to see more on the screen. If they have to see it, then I also show them the movies which we used to see back in 90s. So I make them watch Govinda's movie, which they relate. Okay, when you were a child, you used to see these movies, and those movies were very interesting, rather than nowadays which movies they see. So I do it regularly, and I feel that the childishness which I had at my period should be transferred to them.
Any guest would like to comment? Ayush. The topic is, if you are stuck at home and are stuck at home throughout the day and are required to shed 500 calories by the end of it, how would you go about it?
Okay. Stuck inside a home. I will take a couple of seconds.
Yeah, sure.
So in my childhood, and I spent my time basically in my village where we used to have a house. In there we have a rack. Nowadays there is no concept of rack, but in old houses there used to be a rack where we put some items. So for burning calories, I will just do push-ups on those racks and use them as a bar. One thing, because there is no concept of gym or rod in villages, so that is something that I can use. And apart from it, I can do some push-ups. I can do sprinting between rooms, and we have those galleries, lawns. I can do some activity there. And if I have sibling with me, so I will just fight with him to burn more energy, and it is something, it would be interesting also. So these things I will do. Thank you.
You would burn more than 500 calories by doing all this. Okay, go next. Please. Ashish. So your topic, Ashish, is what is your favorite show on OTT? You watch OTT? Netflix or
Not frequently, but sometimes I do.
Sure. What your favorite show on OTT or your favorite movie, and which character would you like to play from it?
So, first of all, hello everyone, good morning. I am Rajiv, and this is my first time on the Toastmasters stage. So, first thing is I am grateful for this opportunity. Thanks. So, not about the OTT, but I am a cartoon lover. From my childhood, I like to watch the cartoons, and some of my favorite cartoons were like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. These were like two cartoons which I like the most from my generation. And if I would get a chance to become any character, then I would choose the Naruto. So because everyone wants to become a hero in their lives, so that's why I feel like Naruto best fits for me. Also, he looks smart like me. So that's the one thing. I guess that's all.
So any volunteers? So Mel had a topic about getting stuck with an 80-year-old without gadgets. If you are stuck with a 5-year-old without gadgets, how will you keep them entertained throughout?
Okay. Thank you for the topic. Hi everyone, Dhruv this side. So I think it is going to be very easy for me to entertain a 5-year-old guy, because it's not going to be my job of entertaining him, because he or she would have so much energy that that person is going to entertain me. And probably I'll try to find some minutes and few hours to get away from her or him, to get relaxed and have my peace. Because I know I have 2 sisters, and I have from them some nephews, niece. And those are so naughty kids, and you just pray to God that if you are stuck with them, probably just a few minutes, you get some time off and relax. And yeah, and when it comes to what I can do to entertain him, I am going to tell him or her all the stories of my life, the places I have been, the kind of journey I have taken, best travel stories, what I have learned from life, and but not keeping it too boring that they start shouting at me that why why are you making this 1 hour so tough for me. So
yeah. Anyone else? So your topic is, suppose you are stuck at home throughout the day and you're not allowed to order from Zomato or anything like that. You have to cook to just go by, and there is nothing in the fridge as well, so you have to cook. What would you cook and how would you go about it?
Maggie.
Thank you. So first I will go decide with the fasting. I think that's the best option. Just have a water. So for everyone knowledge, I've taken a fortnightly fast and a Ekadashi fast, so it's not a big high task for me. And apart from that, yes, during the COVID time, I'm a good breakfast for me and for my wife as well, while she was working. So sandwich and ready-made MTR dosa is a basic start for my breakfast, and I think I can go around with the fruits and other things. That's the thing. Because I have also done the GM tax, I am sure most of the know, and that is not required for most people. So you can basically live on the raw foods or even milk and simply complete on the butter all day. I think that is the first thing. And apart from that, there's a lot of things you can do, and also I do a gadget, so by using YouTube, so it's a great teacher for each and everyone. You can go and see how you can cook around it, do some new invention in your kitchen. Thank you.
Okay, anyone? So, you have to say all the topics relate to breaking monotony at home. So, if you were at home and there was only one movie that you can choose for watching on TV, what would that be?
Okay. So for movie, I think I can relate the latest movie, that is Gadar 2, that has the content of Gadar 1 as well as the Gadar 2. So I can relate with the, like it was I think 20 years gap between 1 and 2. I can go in my childhood, because if we are going in 20 years back, and then I can come the age of the responsibility, as Rajiv mentioned. So I can compare both in a very good way. Like when I was having the opportunity watching Brother One. So I was in my village. I think I was in 9th or 10th class. So it was not very common to have TVs in every home. So at that time, if there is a good movie or something, the whole the villagers will collect the money from every house, 5 rupees or 10 rupees. That was a good amount at that time. So and they will collect the money and then they will arrange a kind of show. So I watched the other one, and that show, it was like for the full night show. There is a term called VCR at that time, and the cassettes. So that was the Gadar 1 experience, and in Gadar 2, like I can relate that memory as well as, and then the Halla of Sunny Deol. Hey, ya, hoo, ha. So I think it was a great experience watching Gadar 2. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we have one more topic to go. See. Sumit. Your topic is, suppose you are an art collector, art critic, and you are required to critique a picture which a child has made, which is this. What will be your critique?
Okay. Will you be showing this picture to everyone?
I hope everyone can see it.
Yeah.
So growing up, I've always wanted to be an artist. It's just that I realized over time that I don't have that kind of talent. Because art is sometimes not always that who can draw the best picture, but it's the best meaning you can find in the picture, or what was that thought process behind it. And this one time I saw this environmental day pay art competition. They didn't gift the child with the best picture the prize. They gave the prize to the kid who had the best vision on how we can save the planet. So, if I was an art critic for this photo, I would only see that this photo shows joy. I know that the skills can be improved, but that's not what I would focus on based on the age. I would say good job, and if you work on it, you can even do better things. Now, this is me saying a structured thing. I have this one jacket which has doodles on it, and my husband got it for me from Germany.
He also just bought a good looking jacket. My friend who's an artist came to me and told me, "Oh my god, is that a basket jacket?" I was like, "A who?" And then she's like, "Basket artist written here." And I'm like, "This doodle is worth money." And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh great." So I have no sense of art. But if somebody is trying, the only thing I would do is encourage it, because I myself tried doodling. And if somebody says something nice to me, I know that motivates me to do better. So that is what I would focus on.
Okay, sure. I'll hand over to Evaluator. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. So what an awesome table topic we had, right? So many of them, and it was just fun listening to all of them. So what we'll do, we'll have a 5 minutes break, and after the break, we'll come back with the entire evaluation part. What do we do in the break? Chit chat?
Yeah, just break anything. Refreshment.
You guys want to exercise in 5 minutes? I'm sure you don't. It's just a joke, guys. So I think
we can play some of the games.
Sorry?
We can play some of the games.
Or we can play some of the games, or you want to just relax and just chill. Okay, so let's take 5 minutes break, and then we'll come back again.
professional life as well, but randomly talking
psychologist at he stayed in a small shack by the side of the river water 2.5 years. And after that, he had written his book, his experience. Basically, he had written is that all these gadgets, these things are making us lazy and not serving our purpose. If we actually give an example that if you want to entertain yourself, see how ants are actually moving using the ground what they're doing. That is the best entertainment you can
So let's move to the last section of today, which is what we call as the evaluation section. This is, as I said, is one of the most important things, right? Now the key thing is that feedback which is going to be given to you, take it in a positive spirit. Like, let's not get defensive about it. Because somebody is giving you feedback, They're doing it for your own benefit, not for their own benefit. So for that, I want to call upon our Toastmaster Ganesh to come as a G and take over the stage.
One of the best thing I like about G role is you have to write a lot. And can you guess how many pages I have written today? Any guess?
4 pages. 6.
2 pages. That is at 6. That's a round of applause for it. So in evaluation, basically there will be 3 parts. One, the speech evaluator will come along with table topic evaluator, and then our auxiliary role player will come, and then at last I will come with my journal report. That is what the structure is. And let me invite our first evaluator, TM Muskan. Where is TM Muskan? Please bring one with some smile to justify your speech of TM KAVERI. And I request all the evaluators to follow the CRC approach. Guests who do not know what CRC is, CRC stands for commendation, recommendation and commendation. So it's the approach. There are multiple approaches of doing evaluation. This is one of the good approach considered in our Toastmaster evaluation. So you will understand more about it, how our evaluator are going to follow it. Okay? Over to you.
Thank you so much. Alright, first of all, congratulations, KAVERI. A very well delivered and a very well written speech, and I would like to talk more about it now. So, the objective of your speech was to write a speech with a purpose, and I felt that she did that very well because we understood that she wanted to talk about her trip to Amita. In terms of structure, she went, I wanted to go there, I struggled to go there, I reached there, I was like, oh my god, and then happiness entered my veins, and I was like, oh yay, I'm here, finally. So that structure helped the audience follow your speech. So that way it was very well done. In terms of the specific aspects of what you evaluate in a Toastmaster speech, I could see slight nervousness in the way you were speaking because your voice was shivering. But certain things to note about the speaker was that she still maintained eye contact. I was seeing her voice was shivering, but she was making eye contact with each one of us. And it's a very traditional thing for a Toastmaster to do when they're nervous, that they end up looking down, end up looking straight. But she maintained that eye contact, which I really appreciate. Second thing you did was your hand gestures. They were going on and on and on. Maybe slightly could be reduced, but overall I felt that again that is another aspect that often gets hampered when you're nervous, which did not happen. So I felt that overall in terms of that, I could see that you're just at the verge of coming out of that nervousness. Because all you now need to do, from a very straight point of view, is just be a little less shivery in your voice. Apart from that, I felt eye contact, body language, moving here and there, hand gestures, everything was included in the speech. So a great job there. Now that said, I would like to of course add a few points of feedback for you. So first of all, in terms of your nervousness, a few things that you could do is practice in front of a mirror, that is number one. It is so hard to look at yourself in the mirror and practice because you're maintaining eye contact with yourself. You're seeing your lips move. So it can get very distracting, which is the perfect practice. So that is one way where I also improved a lot. Another thing that you could do is, of course, a mentor was allotted to you. So you could always practice your speeches with them before you come on stage over there. That is another thing you could do. I felt that you were a little short on the time limit, that you could not meet it. So for that, I would like to say a few things. One thing that I used to do was that I would have certain relatable stories at the back of my head. So in this, you were talking about a trip to Amritsar. If you forgot what you were going to say, you could easily divert to saying something like, this is not the first trip I've struggled with. There was another trip, talk a little bit about it, gather your thoughts in the time process, and come back to your main speech again. One thing that you could do. Another thing is, of course, something you did at the beginning, ask questions. Right? That is another aspect you could do. Where you could ask the audience, this is how I struggled with this trip. Is there anyone anyone else who struggled with it as well? They will raise hands, gives you 10 seconds to gather your thoughts. Right? These small tips and tricks that you could involve in your speech to help you stay on track. Right? Now ending with another two things that I found very positive about you. When you started your speech, you established relatability by asking all of us a question. The very next moment you establish your uniqueness by saying this is what you believe, but this is who I am. So it helps yourself be differentiated from the crowd. And it gives like a good representation of yourself. So I think I really like that thing you did at the beginning, whether it be conscious or not. And the second thing I would like to say was that, again, despite your nervousness, there was an emotional connection you created with all of us.
because of your voice modulation. You said, oh, oh my God, where am I now? Or you're saying that, oh, like, I don't want to go there, or I want to go there. It was just, your hand gestures were accompanied by your voice modulation, which I absolutely loved. So the only two things feedback I would say would be, one, that you could practice in front of a mirror. In case you're running out of time, you could follow a few of these techniques. But overall, I felt that it was a job very well done, and congratulations, and I'm very excited to hear the next.
Thank you, Muskan. So then let me invite Toastmaster Ankit to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Kritika.
Leaders are made, not born. Simple code, I am still not able to deliver it in one go. But leaders are made, not born. So what is leaders? What are different kind of leadership styles? Toastmaster Kritika talked exactly about that today. And there are few other good things in her speech which I really like. First thing is she started with a question. And she also dealt the answers in a very professional way. She was taking answers from every person in the room and summarized it in her speech. Second thing which I really liked is that her speech was very clear. Her pronunciation was very clear. There was no gibberish word usage, no confusing statement. I could follow everything she was saying. And that is the quality of a good speaker. Third thing is that she was actually, which I really liked, is that she spoke exactly what she was supposed to speak, which was the objective of the speech. And what I really liked is her stage movement in the second half. For the first leadership style, she was on the extreme right, then in the middle for the second, and the extreme left for the third leadership style. So that was wonderful. Few recommendations I'd like to share for Toastmaster Kritika is that in the beginning, her stage movement was a little random because she was speaking and moving at the same time, which was a little bit confusing. So there's definitely a scope for improvement there. In the second half, it was really good, but in the first half, there's a scope for improvement. Second thing where she could improve is that while she was speaking, almost the entire time she was looking on the left side of the hall. So she should address entire hall uniformly. The eye movement should be uniform. Overall, if she takes the feedback in a high spirits and just focus on improving where there is improvement is due, I definitely see a very bright future for her as a speaker. Thank you, everyone.
With that, let me invite Toastmaster Ashish to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster.
So what I liked most about Amita's speech today was the opening. What you seek, seeking you. Very emphatic opening. So when a speaker starts with such a strong opening, you grab audience attention at the beginning. So I think we've been successful there. Then the speaker moved to talk about trials and tribulation of the journey of becoming life coach. And then at the last, the message was there in the speech that if you are open and passionate about something, eventually you are going to get it. So in terms of structure, I think a perfect opening was there, then a perfect middle of the speech, and at the last, the message of the speech was there. So in terms of structure, I think you have got 100 out of 100. Then coming to the hand movement, I found the hand movement of the speaker in line with the vocal delivery of the speech. And I found the speaker very comfortable on the stage. Eye contact was also towards evenly, I think, distributed. It was right towards the middle and left and right. And so vocal variety the hand gesture, hand movement, eye contact, and comfort on the stage, 100 out of 100. Couple of recommendations that I am going to give to the speaker is that first, because bulk of the speech was storytelling, so the speaker could have utilized storytelling techniques there to her own advantage. So when you talk of storytelling, I think the speaker could have brought a lot of vocal variety in their stories to invoke emotion in their story. So when you have vocal varieties, you invoke emotion and it will help you get connected with the audience. The audience will get connected to your story. And the story, I found the story has to be unpredictable, right? It's not has to be predictable story, because when your story is uninteresting and unpredictable, it will keep the audience hooked. And once you keep the audience hooked, they'll be attentively listening to the speaker. So that has to be taken care of. Apart from that, I also found that the stage movement was not very purposeful, right? So I found you revolving around one part of the stage. So I think for the speaker to have good stage movement, could have divided the speech in 2 or 3 parts. I think one part should be delivered from the left and the right, the other part from the right, and the masses should come forward and deliver the message. I think that's the way the speaker can utilize the stage purposefully. So I think these are the couple of recommendations that's for the speaker. Overall, I found the speech very good in terms of the structure, the content and delivery. The areas that I have talked about, if you improve in your forthcoming speeches, I think it's going to create a greater impact to your audience. I wish the speaker all the best for the forthcoming speeches. Thank you.
With that, let me invite Toastmaster Zahra to share the feedback of all our tabletop speakers.
So for me, today's table topics were quite fantastic. I loved that there was a blend of Toastmasters and guests. One of the things I really liked about every speech today was how well it was paced. You won't see that a lot of people got stuck in a place, or everybody was just going very smoothly. And another thing was that the topics were very relatable, so everybody got a chance to share a personal story, and that definitely made every single speech very engaging. Before the table topics competition, I just went online to see what is required to be a good table topic speaker, because I somehow managed to miss both the sessions on table topics. A few things that they expected out of a good table topic speaker was, one was a personal story, second was maybe a little bit of humor, and obviously the rest, that you speak in a certain way, and that is how you do a good table topic. The one thing that I did notice was missing for a lot of people was that there was very little stage coverage. So I think that's one generic feedback for everybody, that you can work on that. So usually a W approach is followed, that you can just move with aim and get good stage coverage. Now if I go to specific speakers, starting with Mayank, you were great. I loved your story. I loved the fact that you added a little bit of drama in it by showing what your grandfather did. My only recommendation for you, Mayank, is that I felt like you slightly deviated from the topic, so you can focus a little more on that. You could have merged it better in the ending. Guest Mandeep, usually when we do table topics, we have a certain time slot allotted. So we don't usually do introductions, but we just get started with the topic. So that's the only recommendation there, because the rest of your speech, your story, your pace, everything was really great. Guest Ankit, very well paced speech, good story and extremely relatable content. Guest Ayush, I love the fact that you took some time to think before you got started, because it is allowed and I think it's a benefit that everybody should take. TM you started with using the word of the day. You had good stage coverage, good story, but there's just one thing, that you told us the character Naruto, you had more time. So maybe you could have just spent a little more time explaining why. you related to Naruto because everything else was very perfect. TM Dhruv, good stage coverage. I loved your hand gestures and you were quite funny, and that's very hard to do in such a short time. TM Mukesh, you started with a joke in a way, and everybody was laughing. So I think you just captured everyone over there. And again, a great personal story. TM Sumit, for you, what stood out for me again was the hand gestures. So yes, overall everything was quite good with just a few improvements. I think we can all take it to the next level. Thank you.
Let me invite my tag team again to share the report. And this time we are going to start with the Grammarian Toastmaster Pooja. You're touching your own feet while coming to the stage?
So first of all, I want to know word of the day used a lot of people. Ripul, Ganesh, and Rajiv, KAVERI Sharma, Amita, Harshit. They all used grateful word, and I noticed some points also. Rajiv mentioned gilli danda word, so it would be like game of tic cat. And he mentioned one of the book name, Leaders Eat Last, so it's mentioned written by Simon Snake. Also, Kritika mentioned one of the word is spoon feed. And Amita mentioned what you are seeking is seeking by book name, Brain, Tracy and Ajib. Also, Ankit said one of the quote, leaders are made, not born. Thank you.
It's time for our report. Toastmaster Ripul.
So I'm ready with my report. The sequence is not maybe I read and okay. So let's start the speaker. Toastmaster KAVERI are 5 times, so 5 times and 8 times. Kritika, so 1 time. Amita are 3 times. I was 1 time, so 3 times. Timer, Toastmaster Monita are 1 time. Grammarian, Toastmaster Pooja are 4 times and 2 times, also 3 times, so 1 time. General Evaluator, Toastmaster Ganesh, no filler words. Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Gaurav are 9 times, so 11 times. I will 2 times. Evaluator, Toastmaster Ankit are 4 times, so 5 times. Toastmaster Muskan are 3 times, 2 times, and so 5 times. Toastmaster Ashish are 4 times and 2 times. Jokemaster, Toastmaster Tanmoy, no filler words, and TMOD, Toastmaster Rajiv are 11 times and so 5 times. In the table topics, Harshit, so 5 times, like 3 times and 1 time. Ayush and 1 time. Mandeep are 13 times and 3 times, so 3 times. Mayank are 14 times but 1, so 2 times and 2 times. Sumit, so 7 times, are 10 times and 3 times. Muskan, so 2 times. Dhruv and 3 times, are 1 time. Toastmaster Zahra is the combination of Toastmaster table topic evaluator and table topics. So 1 time, are 1 time. And so what's your name? Ankit. Are 14 times, so 4 times and 1 time. So that's my.
With that, it's time for my report to. Oh, I missed the timer. Sorry. My mistake. Please come on the stage.
Hello everyone. Well, at first I would like to say that I'm grateful that you guys gave me that opportunity. Thank you. Well, the speaker, TM KAVERI, Your time is 4 minutes 17 seconds. Well, the allowed time is 5 to 7 minutes. TM Kritika, your time is 7 minutes 37 seconds. And TM Amita, your time is 6 minutes 37 seconds. TM Mayank, table topic speaker, your time is 1 minute 39 seconds. Guest Manti, your time is 2 minutes 12 seconds. Guest Ankit, your time is 1 minute 35 seconds. Guest Ayush, your time is 57 seconds. TM Harshit, your time is 58 seconds. And TM Dhruv, your time is 58 seconds. TM Mukesh, your time is 1 minute 8 seconds. TM Sumit, your time is 1 minute 34 seconds. TM Zahra, your time is 1 minute 45 seconds. Well, the allowed time for table topic session is 1 to 2 minutes. In individual evaluation, TM Mukesh, your time is 4 minutes. TM Ankit, your time is 2 minutes 27 seconds. TM Ashish, your time is 3 minutes 22 seconds. My report. Thank you.
Now I can say it's time for me to share my overall feedback. Okay, so I have tried to make a detailed report, and just bear with me, okay? And if I say something, if I give any recommendation, please take it in a positive way. Hope it is fine with you all?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Perfect. Meeting started bang on time. Can we please have a good round of applause? Toastmaster Neelam. Great energy when you came. You had a nice smile. Really like that. Couple of recommendation you recited the Toastmaster mission and you told all people to stand up. That was amazing. Great thing. You gave time to everyone to switch off or put their phone into silent mode. That's a great thing to do. Couple of improvements that we can do. We can bring more energy when you start the session. The clapping were less. Even though in general today the clapping were less today. Even when I said let's clap for her, even that time also the clapping were less. Can we quickly do a good job of clapping? So this is one point that you can take care for next time. Second, the video recording started later after your when you started the session. After that, I think in between the video recording started. I think this is the job of SAS, so you can take care of that part. Apart from that, I really like the way you started the session. Kudos to you. Toastmaster Dipanshu, Mr. President. Amazing the kind of energy you bring in, that's always remarkable. You shared the story, the senses that we're talking about. You shared that, gave a good message. I have nothing recommendation for you. Only one, if I have to find that, please bring more smile when you are here. So that will add a lot of positive energy to the group. Toastmaster Tanmoy, Jokemaster of the day. I am grateful to you that you reached on time. Because me and Dipanshu were talking about that Toastmaster Tanmoy is not here, and by just time you entered. So thanks for that. Amazing joke. And TMOD Rajiv, amazing session. Really loved the way you conducted the overall session. Great message for all of us. And I am sure that many of us are trying to follow the rule of throwing the key at least for a few hours in a day, not to use. A very relatable topic. You created a lot of humor. Amazing. Creating humor is not very easy. So kudos to you. I love the energy that you showed. It was very engaging actually. Everyone was engaged. I think that is again amazing thing. I do not have any recommendation for you. If I have to find one, is that you use one Hindi word. Teen peg marne ke baad. So we can translate that into English as well. So that's your recommendation. Good job done. Let's have a round of applause. Moving to my favorite team evaluation. Toastmaster Muskan. Perfect evaluation. You followed the CRC approach. Whatever points I had noted, you covered everything. I will add only one point for Team Kaveri, that you bring a lot of smile when you are here. So be like that. You know, that adds a lot of value. Two feedbacks for you, TM Muskan, is just keep an eye on the time when you talk about CRC. So while giving a recommendation, you took around 1.5, 1 minute 50 seconds. And again in recommendation, you took around 1 minute 18 seconds. You summarized it very well and you took around 55 seconds. I think you overshoot it sometime. So we need to make a balance. Apart from that, you did a great job. Toastmaster Ankit, again you did a good evaluation, you did a great job, you followed the CRC. Only small recommendation for you, that this summary part, the end part of summary, see, this is what the speaker takes away with him or her. So we need to make sure that we are doing justice with that summary part. In your initial commendation, you took 1 minute 35 seconds. In recommendation, you took 40 seconds. In summary, you took only 20 seconds. So you could have expanded it more so that the speaker is taking away your feedback. Team Ashish, amazing evaluation. You covered everything there. Same feedback for you, that the summary part is something that we need to pay attention. In commendation, you took 1 minute 30 seconds. In recommendation, you took 1 minute 20 seconds. So you did a perfect balance of that. But you're a little bit short on the commendation part, took only 20 seconds. PM Kritika, your speech was amazing actually. One thing I would like to highlight you are using the word right a lot. So you are not right on that right. So you can try the word that right. That's it. Apart from that, I really loved whatever your speech was, and your evaluator covered everything. Team Amita, I do not have any feedback for you. Your evaluator covered everything for you. Coming to our tag team, Grammarian, counter and timer. Actually, these roles are not easy. These looks easy, but these are not easy. Why these are not easy? Because every time we need to find out something new in these roles. You know, we need to find ways how we can engage people, how we can engage audience. That's the reason I think we need to be creative. What extra we can do here on this stage. Grammarian, so common feedback for all three, we have a script given. And when all you three came here, no one used that script. So we have that script, use that script.
I think like avoiding the script for the people, like especially we used to prefer to avoid the script really.
Perfect. If you are avoiding the script, but do not lose the context. For example, when timer came here, she didn't talk about the time. So you need to tell the time that, okay, in prepared speeches, this is the allocated time period. For table topics, this is what the time period. If you remember it very well, otherwise use this script. So that's the purpose of the script. Grammarian, you explained the word of the day. Fantastic job done. You explained the good usage of the word. Perfect. One thing you could have covered is, you know, people want to know the area where they need to improve. And I think that part was missing, so you can cover that part. Next role. Counter, you did very well. I do not have any commendation for you. So only one standard feedback that I am giving. Just try to find out how we can make it more creative. That's it. And same goes for the timer as well. TM Zahra evaluation, you did a perfect job. I do not have any recommendation for you. Good job done. Table topic, TM Gaurav. So when I saw you, I'm not sure how many of you remember TM Ajay. So he used to be your member. So when I saw you first time, I saw TM Ajay. So you are more or less like him. You look very similar to him. You did a good job. A lot of confidence when you were here. Couple of recommendations for you, and I think these recommendations are together to you as well as the VP Education. So you were not very well prepared for this role, and why I am saying it? Because there are a couple of rules that we need to follow. One rule is that we need to talk about the ODI approach. So when you are here, first you need to talk with the ODI approach so that the guests know how they can deal with this table topic. Point number one. Point number two, you need to talk about the time, that how much time your people are allowed to use. One suggestion for you, the topic should be small. You know, people come here and they have got very few seconds to think and speak. If the topics are lengthy, then they take more time. So smaller topic help the speaker. Apart from that, amazing confidence. I love the way you conducted the overall session. Did I miss any role play? I think I tried to cover everyone. Okay. A few normal feedback. One I already gave. Few more clapping. That definitely add the energy to the room. When we come here, so this is the general feedback for everyone. 4 times it happened that, or in fact 5 times it happens that we came here and left without shaking hand. The rule says we come here, shake hand, and then we leave. So 5 cases today where we didn't follow this. There are 5 role players who came late. I think if role player are the member, and we should try to avoid this. There were 5 times people entered the room when the session was happening. So we need to wait for clapping. When we hear the noise of clapping, then only we should enter. 4 times these were member and 1 time there was a guest. So guest we can ignore, but member should not do it. Another thing, okay, I can skip that. It's not that. Yeah, that's it from my side. Overall, it was an amazing meeting. I enjoyed that. And over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. What an amazing detailed evaluations. I love the meticulousness that you have shown today in terms of writing so many notes. I'm grateful that you took the role for this one. So I think I'll now call over our president, presiding officer of the day.
How did you like today's meeting?
Great.
I particularly enjoyed it. My EC members can relate. For us, a great meeting is when we are sitting relaxed in the back of the meeting. The only time I was on the edge of my seat when Tanmoy was late. Yes, for the rules part, I know as a general evaluator, Toastmaster Ganesh is a very experienced Toastmaster. But the whole point of this club, whole point of Toastmaster is that to provide you a system of rules, a systematic approach so that the speaker can only focus on the speech and to improve as a speaker. And I have been in this club for over 6 years. And a lot of people ask me why you are still continuing and what is the motivation. For me, the motivation is the members. For example, today you could see the new members, especially the people Oxley old days. All of them started to give this, when they were presenting reports and when they were talking about their roles, they tried to use, they tried to have more confidence in this speech. I could see Monita when she started as a table topic speaker when she was a guest. Either she used to watch the ceiling or the floor. Today she was trying to maintain an eye contact. That shows that every speaker is committed to their individual journey. And they're trying step by step, small step by step to improve themselves and to become a better speaker. And that's how Toastmaster journey happens. I have seen speakers who couldn't utter a single English word. And when the competition comes, they presented some of the best speeches that have moved people. Right? So with this, first thing first, please vote. Voting form has been already shared by Toastmaster Neelam. So for all the guests, please reach out to the nearest member. They will help you with the QR code, scan it, and vote for the best different role players. We have different categories: best speakers, best role players. For any category, do you need a recap of who were the speakers? I think for table topics is more important. So who was the first table topics? All the table topic speakers, can you please raise your hands? Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, please vote who you think was the best today. While we are having voting, we'll move on to guest feedback. So for the guest, same pattern. Just rise up on your seat and whatever you like about today's meeting, any feedback you have for ourselves and how do you think this club will help you, please share. Sir, would you like to go first? Also, we didn't have time for your introduction, so yes.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Gaurav. I am from district KAVERI. So my English communication is very big. So my friend is tested about Toastmaster. So I thought I joined Toastmaster.
Great. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. How did you like today's meeting?
So today's meeting was very beneficial for me. First time I have went to the stage and saw the audience. So I believe that I will be doing better each time when I come across. So I also intend to join this Toastmaster today. So from next time onward, I will contribute more towards it.
Thank you. Thank you. Any more guests we have? Yes.
Yes. Sorry, I was filling the form.
How did you like today's meeting? Any feedback you have?
I really liked today's enthusiasm for everyone. I have met, there are various kind of people who have different thoughts and different kind of energies. But I felt that, and I am really grateful that I am here. I left my sleep and then I wake up and I usually wake up at 10 on Sundays, but yeah, today was worthy to wake up early. Thanks to you all guys to make me.
To all the guests, if you are attended more than 2 meetings, as a rule, because you can see this is a limited space or space, so we try to have a limit of 2 meetings as a guest you can attend. Then we recommend you to make a decision whether to join or not. And to all the guests, RBP membership is there. Toastmaster Vishu Kohli, if you have any questions for membership, how the club works, please reach out to her post meeting. Do we have the results? Okay. Do it. Same thing for the ISC contest.